let's get now to the innovative projects for COVID solutions. And we're going to introduce them with another colleague of us, a colleague of ours in a startup company in Hong Kong, Christian Secci.
Hello, Christian.
Ci senti? Come stai?
Hello, how are you? I'm fine. I'm at an empty office in Hong Kong. What time is it there? It is 10:52 p.m. Thank you for waiting for us, but we really wanted to start the next session about innovative projects with you or from you, because you started with a startup, but now you are based on Hong Kong, because your company actually is based in China. So before giving you the floor, and we would like to know about your company, about what to do, but we would like also to know your point of view. How did you face the epidemic in China? I know you since so many years, and we have been talking a lot. Can you tell us something from your point of view? You know, we have people following us from all over the world. You're being translating to English. So, first of all, share your video if you have a presentation or some pictures to show us. But in the meantime, if you can give us your point of view. We wait just for a few seconds. We are 11,000 kilometers far away from you. So first of all, what is the situation there? How did you live it? Well, first of all, I thought that Georgia Palmas was with you, but she's not there. If you can share your screen so that we can see your slides. Well, in the meantime, since we don't have so much time, well, in Hong Kong, the situation is fluctuating. We have an office in Shenzhen and in Hong Kong. We do develop the software, so we had lockdown in China for 1 month. Our team was more working from home. Then now they are reopening, in China. We are restarting production, so our team is working in China, but now in Hong Kong, we are working from home since 3 weeks. As we said, coronavirus has different waves, and we are facing the third wave. So at first, the schools were closed, public offices, but we could stroll around. But then at a given point, second wave hit China, because there were people coming back from Europe or from the United States. So they started to close airports, to control people. And now we are facing a third wave, because the trade with China is resuming. And so we do expect new infections, unfortunately. Having said this, we have to adapt. We started immediately with policies in order to continue our business. We implemented guidelines for smart working, and so you're saying that China is restarting. I mean, the second phase has started in China. We are not there yet, but I mean, they are opening some activities only. Is that the case? Yes, let me give you an example. In terms of manufacturing and production, we are 4 to 6 weeks late. In terms of logistics, well, for example, my partners in Shenzhen are working day and night to help our team in Italy to find masks or equipment hospitals are needing. And we unfortunately have to face red tape, bureaucracy, and a crisis in the supply chain because there are delays. We were not prepared, so there are delays in terms of logistics. But thanks to the right spirit, the right mind, we can resume our activities. We will do that in a different way. Our planet is asking us to slow down, to change the way we work, and we have to do that. Okay, now we can see your slides, so I give you the floor. Thank you. Actually, I have a question for you. Is e-commerce easy and practical to use? So basically, you, with just a click, you buy something and you get it the day after. Was it something you liked? Yes, of course. It was convenient. It was very practical. But all this has an impact on the environment. But actually, the coronavirus is telling us that we have to buy online, but all this has consequences, has an impact. Let me share some figures with you. First of all, do you know how many parcels will be sent throughout the world by the end of my presentation? 2.5 million. In 4 years, the number of deliveries per person doubled from 12 to 23 per year. In 2018, almost 90 billion parcels were sent throughout the world, and a lot of them to Italy. And these data refer to the most advanced economies in the world. So the growth in the e-commerce is actually pushing and stressing carriers too much, and due to that, the number of vehicles, commercial vehicles, will reach 500 million by 2050, which means more CO2 emissions, more traffic, more pollution. So the world, will restart, but differently. So in order to reduce the number of vehicles on the road and the impact of deliveries, we developed Alfred, from the Batman movie, and it is a smart delivery platform. So basically, we use the deliveries of newspapers. So all e-commerce sites and all kiosks, in particular newspaper kiosks, are interconnected. So basically, we exploit the deliveries for the newspapers kiosks, and so basically we put the deliveries in common. One of the consequences now try not to move the mic. You're very close to the mic. Okay. I also hear some noise from upstairs. Okay, so one of the consequences of e-commerce in terms of logistics is that the vehicles are not properly exploited because the increase in the number of orders actually decreases the number of parcels loaded on each vehicle, which means that we are a lot of vehicles with fewer parcels and they have to go to a higher number of places. So thanks to this software, we make deliveries more efficient. We load our vehicles fully. And we also increase the number of deliveries by stop. And basically, people go and get the parcels at places very close to their homes. So for deliveries with our system, you need 4 vehicles instead of 17. And so the software basically converts every shop in a delivery stop. And we are getting requests from all platforms and from all e-commerce platforms. And this service is also giving new life to newspapers, kiosks, because this is also offering new services and, for example, the possibility to pay bills or the N26 credit card or deliveries from Alfred points to other places. And let me thank newspaper kiosks because despite coronavirus, the newspaper kiosks are open, and so we are there and we offer service to communities. There are people sending products from the south to the north, and there are people sending masks or hand sanitizers. So really people need this type of logistics service. So I really would like to thank all these people. And, you know, the situation is such. Urbanization is actually increasing the issue of deliveries because by 2030, a lot of people will live in cities, and in 2 years' time, most of the commerce will be e-commerce. Such an increase means increasing vehicles and traffic, and some governments are looking for alternative solutions. For example, we are working together with the government in Singapore to create the first network of smart lockers for the deliveries. So basically, they are trying to replace the post boxes with these delivery points. In Brazil, we are working with a partner and we use the delivery network for undergrounds. So basically, the lockers are at the underground stations, and we are serving communities which beforehand could not access it because, for example, carriers didn't go to favelas. So we are connecting online and offline world with very innovative solutions and, of course, making everything more efficient. Having said this, I would like to conclude. I would like to convey this message together with my partners. We are coming up with all possible ideas on our resources. We are reinvesting profits to make delivery logistics more sustainable and more digital. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is right now. We have a huge opportunity before us. We can define the guidelines for the new world we would like to see restarting. Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best for your project, and I hope that the same will happen in Italy as well. Thank you, Christian. Thank you so much.